Good morning and thanks for being here today. My name is David Golden. To my right, Mr. and Mrs. Patel. To their right, my colleague Adam Guzzi. Sandipkumar was arrested because this latest law enforcement operation wasn't about protecting the victims of human trafficking, stopping prostitution, or even maintaining the public health and safety so much as it was about arrests and the numbers of arrests. It is in this context that the Patel family is wiped out by the Martin County Sheriff Office freight train that comes completely off its tracks and is willing to sacrifice proper investigative work and our civil liberties for yet another arrest. Looks like we need a Patel. Go get a Patel. In the beginning, our job was to make sure that this gentleman, this gentle, wonderful husband, father, and role model citizen, was vindicated. Today, we begin the process of making sure that he and his family receive all of the compensation they rightfully deserve, and to make sure this never happens to anyone else in our community. Hopefully, by now hearing from the real victims of unlawful conduct and behavior, may we begin to change how we all proceed in the future. And now I'd like to just have the Patels basically read some statements that they've prepared, conveying some of what they felt and experienced as a result of this.
Said Snyder, it would be gross understatement to say you owe my husband, myself, and our family, and the Patel name apology. On February 25th, you and your You and your deputy brought my work to an end. When they came in the morning looking for my husband, I was shocked and I said there must be some mistake. It was impossible, but I was told there was a video and a picture of him. When they told me what the charges were, I couldn't catch my breath, and then they showed me this picture. It was my husband, but I didn't know that wasn't from the spa. It was his driver license picture. For a day, I was led to believe the man I loved and trust with our lives, and not only broken the trust, but brought shame on our family name. His face was plastered all over the internet for the world to see, and a press conference was straight calling him a monster. I was told there was evidence and honestly thought I was living with a monster and someone who supports human trafficking. Imagine this and think about having 2 daughters. When it discovered the investigation is a flawed and they were wrong, why is there no press conference saying sorry to my husband and family? My husband's only crime was being a Patel. I thank everyone to support during this time. What happened and here should never happen again to anyone's family.
My name is Sandipkumar Patel. My friends call me Sam. As Mr. Golden mentioned earlier, I am a United States citizen. One of my proudest moments in my life was become a citizen of this wonderful country. Another one was marrying my wonderful wife, Sonal. The English word character is charitra. Within the Indian culture, this word is dignity, is called izzat, and it is everything. You can be a millionaire, but without charitra and izzat, you have nothing. Without charitra and izzat, I would not be able to marry my wife. If I do something to bring shame to our family name, my daughters would not be able to marry well and would carry the disgrace themselves. On February 25th, I thought my life had ended. I was told I would be arrested. So I went to turn myself in and explain there had to be mistake. I was told the evidence was I had a 4-door blue Porsche and I was on video. I explained that was impossible, that I never owned my Porsche, any Porsche. I was arrested as being one of the monsters of human trafficking. My picture, my name, and my charges were plastered all over the news as the story went national. Because my last name, it became international. Shame and dishonor not only fell upon me, but upon my family and our family name. Imagine trying to tell your wife you are innocent and did nothing wrong when she tells you the detective have video and she saw the picture of you. Imagine having to look at your mother and father trying to explain you are innocent. Imagine what your 2 little girls must be thinking and wondering. Imagine what they may be exposed to at school with their friends. Imagine what your wife must be filled as she has to take the kids to school and see other parents and who she may come in contact with while shopping. Imagine my having to work seeing regular customers on a daily basis who I've become friends with and look forward to seeing. Imagine thinking about killing yourself. This did not have to happen, and there is nothing that can erase the hell my family and I went through. I also want to thank our friends, family, and customers for their support, and we thank you, the press, for being here today. Thank you.
I'd be happy to answer some questions. But if we can take a break, I would really appreciate it at this time, and we'll try to be available shortly or in the future. Thank you all for being here.
Can we get the spelling of his wife's name?
So, he just wants to make sure that it is the correct spelling of India. We can do that.
Okay.
Sonal. Sonal.
Patel?
Patel.
Okay. And how old are you, ma'am? How, what is your age?
38.
38, okay. Thank you.
Are you okay? Is he okay, David? I mean, I know you were getting ready to go, but I just want to see if he's okay to continue. I know you, but I just want to check before.
How are you on time, or do you have a couple of minutes, or?
Okay, then, can you stay a little bit longer, or do you have to go?
5 minutes.
We just have some kids that need to pick up.
I got you.
Thank you.
You mentioned that you having the challenges in seeing customers at your, I guess, at your business where you work. Where do you work? Where do you work?
No, my father owned 2 stores on Hutchison Island, Seabreeze Food Store, and I'm the face of the business.
Two stores.
2 stores.
Oh, no,
One is the liquor store by the Mulligans, and one is the convenience store we have on Hutchison Island.
So both in Martin County?
One in Martin County, one is in Port St. Lucie County.
Okay.
On the.
But I'm the face of the business every day. You know, ordering anything. And they know me by name. Whole island know me, how I treat them. From opening store, closing store, I work 5 to 10 every day. 17 hours on my feet every single day.
Have the customers been, after it came out, I guess, that the sheriff's office said they made a mistake or whatever, have your customers
They
been
coming and giving me
understanding
a
or?
hug.
Yeah.
They coming and giving me a hug and said, Sam, we are with you.
He did notice a drop, you were telling
We
us
had a
yesterday.
drop as soon as they read it. I don't see a couple of customers in the morning. From Saturday after you guys have news, I see them start to come back.
Okay.
those
All right.
customers.
So they were, I guess, understanding and like, hey, we're not going to continue to punish or Mr. Patel for this.
Afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards. Yeah.
Afterwards.
What did you think when they came to you initially and told you that?
When they came at home and I was at work.
They came
Yeah.
7 o'clock in the morning when I was going to drop off my daughter. And they says, we have arrest warrant for Mr. Patel. And I said, Patel? They say, yeah, this, and show me the picture. And I said, yes, this is my husband. And they said he was this place on November 10th.
No, that
Was
time
the-
they said different date to her.
They say the different date. And then I called my husband. He said, I wasn't there on November 10th. I was that time in
And I
Chicago.
was in Chicago 3-4 days.
On November 10th.
Then the 10th to
They told me the date on November 10th.
Okay.
Even when they came home, they told her it was Hope Sound. And I was in pink t-shirt. That's what they say. But they pulled a picture from driving license. And she said, I saw your picture. So I called them. I went myself in and I was convincing those guys, check your facts again, you have wrong guy. Nothing happened. And after the next day, it came out, I was not the guy.
My 9-year-old daughter, she was with me. She was questioning, what happened, Mom? I said, nothing, it's about business. So Daddy knows, Daddy will handle it. Yeah, thank God my 14-year wasn't with me. She understands all the stuff. Can you imagine when you have 14-year-old with us and police officer say something about your husband, about father? What she would think?
But they're both 9 years old and 14 years old.
14
Yeah,
Both.
both girls.
Both.
Two, two girls.
How are they handling things right now?
They don't know about anything. I didn't tell
We
them
don't-
anything
yeah,
yet.
We just, trying to not talk right in front of them and do something like that. We said we have issue on the store, that's why we're trying to tell them if David came to
This
see
is
us.
the business issue going on. That's why we just
So we
going
try
all
to,
the stuff.
my mother, father doesn't know anything. They don't know anything.
So
My
they're
father-
This is a really big thing in about Indian community. It's really big thing.
If you have money, And if you don't have ijjat, what I call ijjat is dignity, and charitra is character. If you have $1 million, but if you don't have those two things, nobody wanna get married to your daughters. If you don't have money, but if you have charitra, is character, and ijjat is dignity, she can, any millionaire came and asked your daughter hand, can I get, marry your daughter? So this is big thing for us, about future of my daughters. You know, somebody point finger on your my charitra and ijjat, you know, and
Do you think you can get it back? And do you think that, you know, after this, I mean, it's a mistake, you know? Or well, you didn't do it, I guess, you know?
but
There's a whole big Indian community. I don't think so everyone knows about like it was mistake.
everybody read only the thing what happened. They don't follow after the news. And I as I told, I was within the inside. I had four phone calls from India.
From India?
Yeah, I did
Even
show
they
them I
know
was
in
talking.
India
They
happened,
know in
what's
India
happening
because
over
it's
here.
viral on the videos and stuff. You know, everybody's sharing those stuff. Our community, is that way. You know, sometimes something happens, they just do that way. And after this, I cannot sleep anymore. She asking me all the time. I get scared when she open door. Ask her. You know, I just get scared and get up like some a door knob, or if I heard like door closed slang something. I cannot sleep. You know, all day long. I have headache, and this thing isn't going away. I go in flashback. You know, I cannot focus on my work still.
When did they realize your innocence? What was it that deemed that you were innocent?
When they came, I explained to him, detective came my home, I think Thursday night or something, and I explained to him, I said, he said, probably somebody else's car in your relative. I said, my relative never owned any Porsche and I never took anybody's car. So he said, I'll call you tomorrow. And next day morning he called me. Mr. Patel, you was right, you are wrong guy.
After being wrongly accused, what is it that you're now seeking? What do you hope happens next?
I don't know. I'm scared for everything.
How difficult was it for you to be here today?
See, me and her, it's hard in your life, when you're working hard to come in this country and then of opportunity in 20 years that we are working like that. We don't have, sometimes I don't see my daughter until Friday. They come to see me at store. Daddy, we didn't see you whole week. And they come to see me, and these things happen, just.
You thought you lost that all.
One point, I was thinking I lost everything. My kids, my wife, everything, it's a disaster,
How about Mr. Golden? What are the next steps for you with this? What do you guys plan to do next?
We're in the course of pursuing everything possible, again, to make sure that this doesn't happen again in our community to anyone else, and to make sure that they're compensated appropriately for what's happened. That's our job as council.
So are you saying that you plan to file a lawsuit against the sheriff's office to get X amount of dollars?
Yes, sir, we will be doing that.
How many dollars?
That's to yet be determined. And maybe all of you can ask yourselves, will you be willing to be paid, or what it's worth to you to experience what these poor people had to go through? Thank all of you for being here.
You haven't filed yet, correct?
We have not.
Can you, the words that you spell for dignity and charity, and can you spell those for me here? Just, I think that, to make sure I got it right.
I appreciate your attention to detail.
Well,
No, it was quite an education for us as well, and at the same time, these things are universally constant with how all of us are raised and how important all of our reputations and names should be.
Okay. This is dignity right now. We call in our language, it is dignity.
Okay.
And this is charitra, it's called character.
CHARITRA.
Yeah, charitra, yeah. It's called.
And this is like a different dot, is in What's the language?
Yeah, probably if you see English transfer Gujarati,
Indian Gujarati
Indian
language.
Gujarati language. Hindi or Gujarati.
It's
In-
Gujarati.
Both, it's the same thing.
I'll write it down. Yeah.
Like a Kai language.
Yeah, like Google.
That's what I said, Google it.
I have to listen to the wife, they're always right.
He's a smart man.
Just type this word in, ask in Hindi and Gujarati, you'll see the different, what it says.
Okay, thank you.
How long have you been married?
20 years.
Did you guys both come here from India a
I
long
came
time
first,
ago?
yeah.
Okay.
How long ago?
I came in 1999. And
2003.
2003 she came. I went back to get married and then she came immigration.
G-A-R, okay.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.